Going to the Shadow Temple. Gonna get married to a freaking creepy monster. Alright, I'm done being stupid. Let's get this Din's Fire nonsense. Ain't time to go to one of my favorite temples of all time. Well, back in the day it was 1998. Never been a better year. There really hasn't a lot happened in 1998. Team Cheerios, do you remember those? I don't think they make them anymore. In fact, they don't, because I haven't seen them in decades. I think it was like an Olympic thing. So yeah, Team Cheerios and Ocarina of Time. Boom, right there. Year of the world. Earth has never done better. Team Cheerios and Ocarina of Time is all you need. Lens of Truth and Butter Shoes. Put it in a bowl, mix it up, put it in the oven at 400, and you get a freaking good game. Aside from the menu screens, that's like the little crusty edges that stick to the pan that have a different flavor than the rest of the souffle. Souffle? I remember I used to think souffle was one of those words that had one of those silent T's at the end, like buffet. I used to actually call it buffet when I was a kid. The China Buffet. Let's go fight another creepy dude. We have the Master Sword, though. He doesn't stand no chance. Actually, is there something in this one over here? What a dumb room. It's just got to read that in it? Ooh. Look! What's up? I'll tell you what's up. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I do like these dungeons better than Breath of the Wild, though. It kind of makes me sad and worried and also not care at all that what's-his-face, Anuma, said that Breath of the Wild was gonna now become the standard for Zelda going forward. Which makes you wonder, like, what does that mean as far as dungeons? Because I would argue that replaying this has been a lot more fun than Breath of the Wild. I don't know what it is. Obviously, there's some things that need work, but... Yeah, hey, it's like those quick spins. Ah, you creepy son of a... I hate that you can't hit him after he turns around. I mean, it was clear that he was still in the radius of the blue... whatever. Stop clawing my eyes out. Oh, I wish I had the big Goron sword. He'd be dead already. Oh yeah, you don't stand a chance. Come over here. Yeah, you're done. Yeah. Oblong-headed piece of crumb. Is there a hidden chest in here, or is it just this one? I think it's just this one. It's the bottom of the well that has that hidden thing. Hey, I was wondering where that was. We have absolutely no use for it. Yeah, there's nothing in here. I think part of the reason I liked this dungeon was I got so good at it. I don't know, there's something satisfying about being able to just fly through areas. Of course, I say that, and I'm probably gonna play really sloppily, because that's, if any, the Spirit Temple has been any indication, I'm not as good as I was when I was a kid. That's always a weird concept, because I remember, as a kid, games were always very difficult. You have clear memories of games being hard, and then you revisit them when you're older, and they're easy. So it's like, which is it? Excuse me. Oh my god. Like I said, since the Spirit Temple. I don't know, man. I don't even know what I want to talk about this time around. Excuse me! Dancing around the rupee. Is it even a rupee or is it a key? It's garbage is what it is. I gotta go to my counselor in a little bit. I gotta hurry up. Yeah, I see a counselor. Because life is too hard. Wah. No, I don't even know, man. There's nothing wrong with seeing a counselor. But of course, I will tell myself to the end of the day that there is a lot wrong. Because every successful person I know has not ever taken any kind of antidepressant or seen a counselor. They just do stuff that they're supposed to do, and they get it done, and then they get paid a crap ton of money, and then they get married, and they make you feel terrible about yourself. Welcome to adulthood. It's no longer 1998, so why are you still playing a game from that era? Nobody knows. It's to fight off the demons. There's the boss key. Interesting, that's what the thing looks like. It's a nice cream color, kind of reminds me of pumpkin cream pie. It's a little bit different than pumpkin pie. It actually tastes better too. Tastier, yum yum. Ah, well, I forgot about these guys. Ah, crumb nozzles. I need to play Majora's Mask now. That guy just launched into the wall. Look out! Alright, we're good. Get out of here, Spider. Nobody's got time for you. Watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. Thanks, Navi. Man, I guess that's one thing to be happy about, is that we don't live in executioner era. So none of us are ever gonna get sentenced to the guillotine. Unless, of course, the world radically changes in the next couple of years and there's like some mad dictator that takes over and starts executing people. Could happen, you never know. Nothing's gonna happen. The world's gonna be the same as it always is until... I don't know. Oh, look out! Okay, he didn't get me with his mush mouth. I don't have the Song of Time, luckily we don't need it. That's just for those hearts. Is that it? It is! Okay, now this is the one that has a hidden chest. Gotta be careful, don't forget to grab it. Skulltula, we're very close to 40. I don't know how close, but I know we're really close. What are you? Double magic! Alright. It'll be helpful for Ganon later on. And a key. I actually had a nightmare last night about the Dead Man Walking tornado. It was really stupid. You know how, like, in dreams, like, I mean, this was the whole concept of Inception, that movie, remember that thing? But the one line in that always made sense is when you're in the middle of a dream, even if it's the most unrealistic thing that makes no sense, within the context of the dream, you don't question it. Like, it's the reality. And I was in a storm shelter with, like, these random people from Oklahoma, and the storm shelter didn't have a roof. We were all holding on to the outsides of a box as if it was like a inner tube from like a whitewater rafting amusement park ride or something. So it would absolutely not save you from a tornado. And we were counting these, like, I don't know, we were just surrounded by vortices. I remember I stood up and looked at one. I hate this room, man. Stupid block puzzle. But yeah, there was like 9 vortices at one point, and then that transformed into the Dead Man Walking, and it started running towards us, and I was like, well, maybe it'll go for the next guy. And then it looked like it was going for the next guy, and then it like stopped and turned and grabbed at me, and I woke up. It was so stupid. I don't know, man. I dream about ghosts all the time. And usually I end up yelling in my sleep when that happens. I remember I was in a library once and some kid from my elementary school was also in the library and a bookshelf fell on him and then he like turned into a ghost and started chasing me and I was screaming and woke up and it was like none of it is not scary at all, but I don't know, something weird happens when you're dreaming. I remember one time I was yelling in my sleep and my mom came in my room and was like, "Bill, you're yelling!" And I was still half asleep when I woke up because of her. And in the doorway of my room, she looked translucent. Like she was glowing blue and white like a ghost, and then it just made me yell more. It terrified my mom, but I don't know. It's weird. Oh, so this is the room that is proof that you don't need the long shot. Because I think after you beat the Re-Deads, a treasure chest appears. And you could backflip on it and use the hook shot to get up there on that ledge. Re-Dead is one of those weird words because it has that R-E in front of it, and I live in the South now, but I'm not from the South. I'm from the northern United States. But down south, anything like a long E like that, or an I, they always speak with a drawl. So Re-Dead would be, yeah, I was about down there to slice that dang there Re-Dead. And I always get self-conscious that I'm from living here so long that that's how I say words like that. Whereas before, you make the R-E sound as quick as possible, like Re-Dead. That's it. Not Re-Dead. I don't know. This is stupid. Stupid. Much like these rooms, I hate these rooms. That block room was kind of stupid, too. So what of this dungeon I loved in the past? I don't know, it's got 3 really dumb rooms. But the rest of it is kind of neat. Oh, man. Still under a flash flood watch, too. Is it bad to say I kind of want, like, some extreme natural disaster to happen? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, crap, I didn't make it in time. Anything to avoid pausing. You're supposed to use the iron boots right here. Ah, you had to do that, didn't you? Ah, spider. Let go. Keep rolling. Do not get in front of the other fan. Quickly! Oh, this isn't gonna work, is it? Haste makes waste, people. Although not really. Haste is everything in this world today. Be hasty, but also be good. No exceptions. Demand perfection. What? Good morning, boo boo boo. Stupid alarm. It's not even morning. Well, I guess technically it is. Now there's a motorcycle going by that's obnoxious. What's up, indeed? I'm in a really weird mood. I don't know. We're almost done with this dungeon, I believe. Don't burn me, please. Come on, fan. Well, too late. Felt good, thanks. Ah, this room! I always remember this room. We need bombs. Actually, you know what? Take off the butter shoes. This thing. The invisible chest under the mound of... I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Flesh. A pile of flesh. It's funny how bad the N64 looks, but back then it was the most amazing thing, and I remember saying, like, there's no way they could do better than this. It's 3D. Ho ho. There's the Hylian shield. That's interesting. They have absolutely no use for it, but... Ah, yes, this. They changed this room. You could hookshot the ladder, which actually, speaking of, why am I even bothering with the block? The only reason you would do that is if you intend on leaving this dungeon and need quick access to this again. Actually, you know what? Let's use the Scarecrow song. Ah! That's supposed to be the Ocarina, not bombs. That is one thing about Breath of the Wild that I do like, is how quick the menus are. Even though the inventory in that game's still a pain, but it's just because there's so much. I don't know if Nintendo's ever gonna get it perfect. I mean, some would argue they already did, with either this game or Breath of the Wild. I don't know. I guess you could find anything from any game to pick apart and be upset about. Like, is there really a perfect game? Super Metroid, yes. Nah, even that game probably has its issues. I'll never understand the people that prefer Zero Mission over Super Metroid. It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense to me. And Metroid Prime over Super Metroid. Never understand it. I think it's all what you were raised on. Really? How did that hit him? Come on, go off the edge. It's like Gladiators. Remember that game? NES Gladiators? There he goes. Oh, I got the final hit, too. And I already have the bow, so we could go straight across to what's-his-face, but I probably shouldn't. Because there's more chests in the maze room up ahead. And we do need light arrows. I was reading the notes for the randomizer, and there's a way to knock this thing down without the bow. Or maybe not knock it down, but get to the other side. I didn't read the how-to. But, it is possible somehow. I really wish there was a Majora's Mask randomizer, because I almost want to play this again after this. But at the same time, I don't, because it would probably get boring really fast. And there's always the inevitable question of who's really going to watch this crap? It's weird, man. It's that popularity thing where, let's just say it's you, this average schmuck that nobody cares about, and think of like the most popular kid in school, going back to school age days. And let's say you say something like a joke. I don't know. I can't even think of a stupid joke as an example. There's a Stone of Agony. I could finally get hints from Gossip Stones of where items are. It really doesn't matter at all at this point, except for maybe the light arrows. But yeah, let's just say you say something like, why did the chicken cross the road? And then you say the punchline, and everybody doesn't laugh because it's stupid, but then the most popular kid in school says the same exact thing, and everybody's dying laughing, and they think he's like the coolest, funniest person ever. And it's like one of those things you're just like on the outside looking in, getting pissed off. Because it makes no sense. There was absolutely nothing different other than the fact that this kid is supposedly popular for some superficial reason, right? YouTube is the exact same way. It's all about likability, and I don't know. It's annoying in the workplace, too. I feel like fighting for promotion is all about popularity in some weird sense. Because it sort of is. That's why people brown nose in the first place. People that suck up to their bosses and they're like constantly up their butt because they think that's going to lead to fast promotion. And sometimes it does. Other times they quickly become known as the annoying guy that they just want to go away. But cliques and stuff, they never go away. You see it everywhere, way beyond school-age years. In workplaces, there's groups of people, managers that hang out with each other. After work, they go out to eat, they go to the bar, and they work with each other to get each other constantly promoted and just kind of dump on the regular grunts. And even among the regular grunt class of people, there's the people that always sit together at lunch and the people who sit by themselves. I don't know, it just never goes away. The stupid need to fit in and popularity and who's cool and who's not, who's stupid, who's not. It's one of the annoying things about being alive, is how you always have to deal with that crap. I always say, even if there was only 2 people left in the world, there would be conflict. I mean, just look at marriages. Name one marriage you know of where they never argue. It doesn't exist. I don't know, so much of life is just like people fighting over who can play on the swing set, you know? Like the big kids bullying the small kids on the playground. Like, I was here first. Or, I could swing here and you can't because I'm taller. And it's the same exact thing all the way through until you're like 90 years old. I'm sure old people in like retirement homes argue over like, oh, I get to be first in the line because I've been here longer or something. Like, I guarantee you that kind of stuff happens. It's just masked with some kind of adult. I used to be so good at fighting this dude. I don't have the big Goron sword though. Ah, look out! Well, there goes so good at fighting this guy. Really? Oh man. Warp, 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 warp. Man, what the heck is going on here? I used to knock this guy out in like less than 30 seconds. Ah. Whoa. Really? And here I am saying I want to do this again. I don't know, I might do a long play of Majora's Mask for no reason. Other than the fact that I just want to play the game. And I'm sick of commentating, because I hate my own voice. Maybe because I do annoying stuff like that. Alright, this is it. I know I could get you with the sword too instead of the bow, but too far away! Are you kidding me? Why is this taking so long? This is the kind of stuff I don't have patience for. Stuff I used to be good at that now I suck at. It's like, what good are you? There we go, eat it, bongo bongo. But yeah, to go back on my thought before bongo bongo pissed me off. You may think clicks and popularity and stuff goes away after you become an adult, but it doesn't. It just gets a different layer. Money becomes a factor. I don't know, it doesn't go away. It's all about appeasing to people. That's like even finding a job. It's who you know before what you know even comes into play. Who you know is what gets you the job half the time. My best friend has a bachelor's degree. Well, he has more than that now, but his brother has the same exact bachelor's degree as him, and he cannot get a job to save his life. Whereas my friend had a job lined up before he even graduated, and he's just been on a roll ever since. Which is a perfect example of how what you know means absolutely nothing. Sometimes. But anyway, that's the Shadow Temple, and actually, was that the very last one? It is! Dude, we could go straight to Ganon. But first, we have 44 Skulltulas. I don't have the Song of Time yet. How sweet would it be, though, to not have to do the Ice Cavern at all? Ah, stupid, I didn't want to read that. I would love to not have to do the Ice Cavern. That's one of my least favorite areas in this entire game. But actually, first, remember my struggle with this, with the long shot? No problem at all. Let's see what this was this entire time. Garbage. There's Dompe's prize too, but I really don't care. Hopefully it's not light arrows. Well, that's the thing though. Ganon's castle has so many treasure chests in it. Like the light medallion door has 7 chests in it in the very first room. But in order to get into that, I need the golden gauntlets. So I forgot about those until just now. Golden gauntlets and light arrows. I need them. I probably will check out Ganon's castle next. What do you have? Crap, man! Alright, well, next time we're gonna attempt Ganon's castle, I guess.